Have you ever bought something and immediately wondered if you made a mistake? Maybe it was a stock. Maybe it was a house. Well, you know what? I remember it well. We had just closed on our first house, and that night I was lying in bed staring at the ceiling, unable to sleep. Did we make a mistake? Did we buy the right house? Well, that feeling has a name, and if you invest long enough, you're going to feel it as well. It's called buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse and FOMO, fear of missing out, are often two sides of the same coin. One makes you jump in, and the other makes you regret it. Now, today I'm going to give you 3 ways to fight back against buyer's remorse when it comes to investing. Number 1, trust your process. One of the best ways to fight buyer's remorse is by trusting your process. When it comes to investing, a good process matters far more than any single outcome. Sometimes you'll buy an investment and it goes down. Sometimes you'll sell an investment and it goes up. That's unfortunate, but it's called investing. What creates buyer's remorse is constantly looking over your shoulder and wondering what would have happened if you had made a different choice. In sports, we call that armchair quarterbacking, and it doesn't help. Instead, ask yourself a simple question: was my process sound? If the answer is yes, stop beating yourself up and move on. And if you made a mistake, well, that's okay too. Figure out what went wrong, make the adjustment, and keep going. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to make good decisions consistently over time. But even if your process was sound, there's another mistake that people make. Number 2, zoom out. Most decisions matter far less than we think. One mistake people make is evaluating a decision too quickly. 5 years from now, that stock you bought for $97 instead of $92, it probably won't matter very much. The long-term trend matters far more than the exact timing. Now let's think back to my first house. At first, I had buyer's remorse, but over time, it turned out to be a wonderful place to raise a young family. The same thing happens with investments. Sometimes the best thing you can do is give a good decision enough time to work. But there's one final trap that catches almost everyone. Number 3, avoid comparison traps. Buyer's remorse often comes from comparing your decisions to someone else's. You buy stock A, but your friend buys stock B. 6 months later, stock B is up more, and now you're unhappy, even though your investment may be doing exactly what you hoped it would do. Comparison has a way of turning good outcomes into disappointing ones. Theodore Roosevelt said it this way: comparison is a thief of joy. And in investing, comparison can also be expensive. The reality is that there are 1,000 different ways to be a successful investor. You don't need to find the strategy that worked best for your friend. You need to find the strategy that works for you. Remember, you didn't miss out on anything. You're playing a completely different game, and that's okay. Buyer's remorse is a normal human emotion. We all experience it from time to time. The key is not eliminating it completely, but learning how to respond when it shows up. Trust your process, zoom out, and stop comparing your journey to someone else's. Has buyer's remorse ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments. I'm hoping I'm not the only one. And remember, discipline is usually more profitable than regret.